I get asked more about, I tell people, of all the people I've met in the world, and I met not just political leaders, you know, artists and movie stars and business leaders, I get asked more about Vladimir Putin, meeting Vladimir Putin, than any single person in the world.
But didn't you also famously personally call him out in 2014?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so that was, like, not many people, you know, like, literally personally call him out.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and I don't accept a drink from him or anything like that. But look, so why is that? And I think it's because, like, Vladimir Putin is a real-life Bond villain. Like, he really is. Except I never saw any sense of humor, although one of my colleagues saw, he did say one time he heard Putin laughing at a very macabre joke. But, no, look, let me just tell you a bit about Putin, though. Vladimir Putin is in many ways, notwithstanding, and he and I, you know, had a notoriously bad relationship by the end, quite deliberate on my part, actually. But he's, in many ways, a very impressive individual. You know, Vladimir Putin is very smart. He is very smart. He is very hardworking. He's extremely disciplined. You know, he would come into any meeting I ever saw just fantastically well briefed. And he is a real, psychological expert. He's a, you know, former intelligence officer, and I watched Vladimir Putin. He was very good at sizing up people's weaknesses and exploiting them and getting them to think he was on their side when he wasn't. I watched this over and over again with this guy. And I started, by the way, I publicly called him out, but privately at the end I was calling him out on this stuff all the time and quite getting under his skin, actually, which I enjoyed. Look, and so he has a lot of great attributes. And the problem is, though, that, you know, there's a big problem. He's an evil man. Like, you know, he took what is a fledgling democracy and turned it back into a tyranny. He is creating no institutions, no long-term plan for Russia. He will leave the country poor and in chaos when he goes. And I think this is a real tragedy for Russia. And in a sense, it's a tragedy that somebody with his ability just wasn't imbued with any sense of ideals or higher purpose.